Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy Podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Game as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Game as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Dominion Custom Clothing. Cowboy fans, if you need your custom suits, your custom sportswear, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company for you. Dominion Custom Clothing also offers a free mobile service to your home, to your business for suit fittings and fabric showing. Dominion Custom Clothing has been a clothier in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for the last 20 years. So if you need that suit for the night out on the town or the tuxedo for the prom or special occasions, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company you have been looking for. And as always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, El Paso, it's our man, 21, Armando, 21. And from the hill country of Texas, Austin, it's our man, Retrofit Sports, Hook 'em, it's Rue. And from Tucson, Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast is Kuiper AZ. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520. What's up? What's up? What's up? Say, man, y'all know what today is. Today is Monday. On Monday, man. This is the Cowboy Up podcast. What is cracking, fellas? You know, we've been on hiatus for a minute, on these mini vacations, celebrating birthdays, and New Year's and Easter and all that other good stuff, man. We've been doing a lot.
Skip the Easter, damn.
we done skipped all the way to Easter, man. So, hey, man, it's just good. It's good. It's good to be back, man. Good to see y'all. The rest of the fellas, they'll be sliding in a minute. Got 21's text said he'll be in just a minute. Man, everybody on TikTok, appreciate y'all following us. Everybody on Facebook, appreciate you following us. Everybody on Instagram, appreciate it. Say, man, this is our 2-year anniversary. And it's funny, man. We started. It was actually the anniversary was actually last week, right? And we started right after we started our show right after a damn Cowboy lost to Green Bay Packers. And I was like, way to kick off a Cowboy podcast right after a Cowboy lost to the Green Bay Packers. That's how our show started, right? And I was just like, okay, because we really honestly thought that the year that we lost to the Packers the second time, that hey man, this is gonna be a long playoff run. We're gonna have plenty of stuff to talk about. And you know that sound that he making on Pac-Man, womp womp womp, and he remember that, Rue? Was that the feeling you had when,
I mean,
the Packer game was over? It's like womp womp womp.
I feel like I've had to relive that Packer loss over a half a dozen times, man. I feel like that Packer loss has just haunted us forever. I don't know when or if we'll ever get over that damn Packer loss. That loss that hurt, man. That was just the ugliest loss out of, like, you're a 6.5 point favorite. You're at home. You don't lose that game. Like, come on. That's terrible. It's terrible.
Dude, when I say Kuiper, because you wasn't quite on with us yet, Kuiper. When I say we were so excited, we were just like, man, we about to go on this big run. We got a lot of things to talk about, man. It's gonna be flowing to the page and everything. And next thing you know, here come me jumping off the balcony in Denver. 21 sombrero is cocked to the side. It was
rough. That's rough.
21, baby, how you doing? 21, how are you, brother? How are you, man?
What's going on, fellas? Hey, we're, man, it's 2-year anniversary. Big shout out, right? Shout out to us, man. Hey, we're here. And then the moment I come into this sad moment, we're talking about damn playoffs, man. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's how it was, man. You know, like I said, we had broke off from the other podcast and we was trying to do our own thing, and it was just one of those things, man. It happened to us, but it actually made the podcast even stronger because people saw. Well, you know how non-Cowboy fans they like basking in our misery. So you know, it was just like, look, man, either we real fans or not. That's one of the two. Either we gonna be real fans or not. And so we lived it. You know, we lived it and got in there and did what we had to do. So, but it's 2 years later. And we've been going strong, man. Had some nice accomplishments and everything. Got an active Cowboy on the show, you know.
Hell yeah.
We invited the enemy on the show. We invited Kuiper, and you know, even though his team keep kicking our ass, and I don't know why we keep having him on the show, but like, can't beat the Cardinals for some reason. I don't understand why. You know, we've had almost destruction of the show, and then come back to life of the show. Man, I think our show is like a mummy. You know, sometimes we go on hiatus, but you know, then we become the Walking Dead again. So you know,
can't get rid of us, can they?
So man, I know Kuiper only got a short time, but you know, I'm just trying to catch up a little bit. We've been gone for 2.5 weeks, really, almost 3. So 21, man, how was the new year and everything, man? Well, I heard you just got back from Cali.
We was out in Cali. Little mini vacay, or what do they call it nowadays? Vacations, right? You know, it's a little couple thing, right? A couple little day trip. Went out there with family. Got together with big shout out to our man Boots on the Ground, Eric, man. Big shout out to Eric, man. I definitely gotta go check out. If y'all ever Southern Cali, and Eric tells you come check out the taco spot, y'all go check out the taco spot. I'm telling you, man. Prime Yeah, hey, big shout out to Eric, man. That's up, man. It's beautiful scenery right on the beach. But everything good. 2026 is going, right? It's going here. If you guys could see my room, you guys will know that 2026 going because I got this little toddler that don't stop now, and she's just everywhere. So I got toys all over the house, everywhere.
I feel you. I feel you.
But you know how it is, big fella.
Yes, I know. And then, everybody traveling. Root go on the fifth wheel trip. He pulling trailers all over the Southwest. I don't know why he didn't pick it up to the great Northwest. He went and seen everybody but me. I got a little jealous.
Hey, time out. They're my neighbors. You way the hell up there, dog. Like that's a journey, bro. They a journey, but damn, like I need more time to come up north, big fella. That's a long way in that trailer, man.
Well, how was your time away, bro? How was it?
Bro, man, Arizona is a beautiful place. I gotta say that Arizona is a beautiful place. I saw some really cool stuff out in Arizona. I gotta make that trip out to the Grand Canyon at some point, but going down south near Benson, seeing what Arizona was like, man, Arizona was dope. The White Sands, that was crazy. You're surfing on that, surfing on them big old sand dunes up and down them slopes. That was wild. The dogs loving the shit because it's just national park after national park out there, and it's not terrible. Outside of that, bro, man, New Mexico was probably one of my favorite places though, because we had to make that stop on our way back. New Mexico is super dope, bro. Just to go from regular weather to hitting the mountain and just being covered in snow, and it's really not cold. Like I'm telling y'all don't know what cold is until you come to Texas and it's a solid 40 degrees, and you're just like, I'm not going outside ever again. And you're like, that's only 40. Come experience this because are 40. I'm telling you that right now. Right. They're 40, they're 50. It's nice, bro. Arizona and New Mexico. And honestly, I wish he was here because I did get to run into old Mikey 520 out there in Benson or in Tucson, actually. Made our way up to, of course, the casino, same place I saw Mondo in El Paso. I keep dragging you boys to come gambling with me. One day you're gonna take me up on it, but Mondo's like, nah, bro. I see this shit too much. I'm out. But Mikey, of course, has owed me for a hot minute, and I really wanted him here to defend himself, but he's not here. But this man has owed me a debt, and he has finally paid it. So I'm gonna clap it up to Mikey right quick.
Hey.
This little sign. Mikey 520. I appreciate it. I got a nice little spot for it. It's right in the background, so he can see it every time he pop on. But man, it was just cool, man. Being with family, just having the dogs out, and just experiencing some different places that I haven't been before. So I always appreciate that.
That's good. That's good. Now, Kuiper, how was your little time away, man? I know it sucked, man. I know we was talking before the show, but none of our teams are in this, man. So how was your little time away from the podcast? Because we rebooting right now because we got a lot of content we about to put out.
Shit. Yeah, man, it was fun. I got to really hang out with family a lot, man. Really for the holidays, and it's just, man, these playoffs were hell for me. Watching every NFC West team fucking make it at each round, man, and the Seahawks are in the fucking Super Bowl. I hate this shit. But you know what, man? It was fun watching. It was fun watching the Senior Bowl, getting to scout out a lot of players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, let me tell you what I did. I did absolutely well. No, I did. I went up to Canada, hung out with the Can fan for one playoff game. Had a good time there, and basically sat here in Seattle, dodging raindrops. And I was like, man, I was jealous because everybody was in Arizona. Then 21 sends me a shitty ass picture of the worst hamburger place in the world, In-N-Out. And I was just like, I don't give a shit about In-N-Out. I don't care about fucking In-N-Out. Now, if he took a picture of Whataburger, I'd be like, oh yeah, appreciate that. So man, I was just itching to get back in here, man. It was a lot of things happening. Cowboys got him a new defensive coordinator. Indiana won the national championship. New England made it back to the Super Bowl. It was a lot of things that was going on that I really wanted to talk about. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna give the guys their vacation, man. Because the NFL season is long as hell. It's really long, and you don't realize how long it is until your team is mathematically out of it, and then you're like, this shit ain't gonna never get over with. But then when your team winning, you be like, oh man, is this it? We ain't got more to play for. Yeah, so it really was one of those 2.5 weeks where I was just like, man, I was jonesing, man. I was like, all right, we got to talk about some things. So I know Kuiper don't have much time because I know he had the boogie. But Rue sent me this, and I'm actually glad he sent it to me because where did I put it? God darn it. Give me 1 second, guys. There it is. All the coaching. Hold on. There we go. All right. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
This is the new coaches in the NFL. Man, everybody got their coaches, right? Everybody's in now. Does anybody got a vacancy? Everybody's in, right?
No, this is it. The only one who hasn't taken a spot is Seattle's. What's his name?
Kubiak.
Or no, Kubiak. The Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah. All right. So anybody on here, were you surprised or were you disappointed? And I want to start. Because I laughed at this not because who it was. I laughed because of their tradition of longevity, right? So when Mike McCarthy got the job for the Steelers, I was like, but the Steelers always hire a 30-year-old and let him coach for 25, 30 years.
Nope.
Mike McCarthy is what, 65, 66 years old? And are they doing just a quick rebuild? What do you think they're doing, Rue, with the Mike McCarthy thing with the Steelers?
The same thing.
Just a quick rebuild?
I guess, right? Like I don't know. Maybe they didn't see their coach of the future. Maybe they didn't, which is crazy to me because I feel like this is a year where a lot of different people were available. Like some of these hires, man, I'm very impressed with. Some of them definitely raised some eyebrows, but that one was just like, well, he's going to be the shortest tenured Steelers coach in the history of the Steelers coaches.
Right. That's
because he ain't going to be. You're really going to tell me he's going to be here 10 years? I'd be surprised if you. I'm thinking 5, just because of who they are. Right? It's the Steelers.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't imagine it's any longer than that. Because if this is really your long-term solution with Mike McCarthy, I'm sorry, man. We saw what Mike McCarthy did here, and I get it. Everybody's going to tell me he won you 12 games 3 years in a row. Everything that he did after that just tells me everything that he is as a head coach. He was never putting us in a position to take full advantage of our strengths in those critical games. And that's the biggest knock on Mike McCarthy, is because that's what happens in those biggest moments when he's coaching at, not just here. We saw it with Aaron Rodgers. Like there's times where you're just scratching your head with Mike McCarthy, and it's very shocking to see him go to the Steelers. But he's reunited with Aaron Rodgers. That's probably only one more year too, right? If it even is a year, because who knows what's happening with that? Might come back, might not. No clue. But it definitely made me scratch my head, because I'm just like, bro, you hired like essentially a lesser version of a guy you already had.
Just the opposite version of it.
Yeah, like
it was the opposite version of it.
Like you definitely hired down, at least in my opinion. I'd take Mike Tomlin. I know you have your own opinions about Mike Tomlin, but if you're telling me it's McCarthy or Tomlin, hey, you sure you want to leave?
Well, I still like McCarthy over Tomlin. You know me. I'm not.
I know you're not a Tomlin guy, but I'm sorry. That's wild to me. That's a lateral move at best.
Well, yeah, and now I laughed at it, but like I said, I wanna be fair when I say this. Okay, he is a winning coach. He did win here. His last year here, I don't think the front office gave him much of anything to work with. We all knew that he was on his last leg, especially after the Green Bay game. I don't know why they just didn't do it after the Green Bay game. So the next year they don't even give him anything to work with, man. And then that got hurt, and it was just like, oh, he gone now, know. So that's how I felt. So I just, hey, this is the only. I'm sorry, this is the second head coach for the Dallas Cowboys to get a job in the NFL. Think about it. Who was the first one? After they left the Cowboys,
Wade Phillips,
Kellen.
Jimmy Johnson with the Miami Dolphins.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
Because you got to remember,
get back.
Tom Landry. Remember, Tom Landry retired. Okay,
Yeah,
permanently. The next coach was Jimmy Johnson, right?
yeah.
All right. So then we go to Chan Gailey's and the Campos and Parcells. He retired permanently. Wade went back to coordinating. None of them.
He went to the Texans though.
Yeah, he did coach the Texans.
But it was a temporary. It wasn't a head coaching job. It wasn't.
Yeah.
So the last head coach for the Dallas Cowboys to coach another team as a head coach was Jimmy Johnson, and now it's Mike McCarthy. And I think Mike McCarthy got that job just because he's from Pittsburgh. Kuiper, what you think?
I think it was the last ditch effort to get A-Rod to stay one more year.
But why?
Truly.
This is the same mistake they made with Kenny Pickett.
If you really look at their roster, right, they have a lot of old players on there. A lot of old players. So it's not really that kind of a year for them to truly rebuild. I think this is fuck it. One more year with A-Rod and Mike McCarthy. Let's see what can happen.
Man, Jesus. I can see if A-Rod was 5 years ago, it's
I can kind of see what Kuiper talking about, because where's Pittsburgh draft? They don't really do they. I mean I don't know. We really don't know, but I think they're in a year where it's like they really don't have much as far as draft capital. I mean, I don't know, right? But I mean, I feel like they don't have that much draft capital, and then they're just to me it's just hard for me too that if they went after Mike McCarthy and go back to what the big fella said, because they're not having coaches for 6-7 years, right? Tenured coaches, and so you get Mike McCarthy, and that was kind of like, okay, he's gonna be there that long. I doubt it, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I'll tell you what, though, he does bring up a good point, because if anybody's gonna know how to deal with a cap hell like that or with players like that, I mean. Because he's right. They're in cap hell. They were the highest paid defense in the league. They finished in the bottom half of the league in defense. They made the playoffs. So draft capital, Mondo's right. I mean, it's in the middle, right? And the latter part. And I don't know where their first round pick stands, or how many picks they have available. But they're pressed against the cap. They don't really have a quarterback. You don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers like that. That's a tough job. Yeah, that's a tough job for anybody. Yeah, I mean, they're in a real tough situation. I mean, that is a real by Kuiper too. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge point to bring up, because that's definitely. I mean, I get it. It's the Steelers, but how attractive is that job?
Yeah.
Hey, can you look at his resume now? He ain't head coach of the Green Bay Packers, the Dallas Cowboys.
That is wild.
Steelers. When I say 3 royalty franchises, right? Yeah. I'm like, Jesus. How? Hey, man, he got some great interview skills, don't he?
Right. I'd be curious to know how this one went, because I'm sure it was much different than the one with Jerry.
Yeah. So the other core, the one that killed me. Now, this is the one that killed me, man. Hold on, I'm sorry. The John Harbaugh to the Giants killed me. Oh, not because they hired John Harbaugh, it's because they hired John Harbaugh. That makes sense to y'all.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
And the reason y'all know I am Michigan through and through. Harbaugh is whole family is Michigan through and through. I was so happy when Jim went to the AFC, and now John is in my damn vision, and I can't take it. I don't like it. And I was listening. I had to go to Sneaky's podcast, and I had to listen. Right, bro, they are already talking Super Bowl. They're winning the Super Bowl, and I was just like, "Oh, so that was the only thing y'all was missing was a coach." Okay. So the only thing that guys was missing was a coach, right? Okay, all right. So they already chalked up what they win 4 wins, the four games, because that fourth one was against us that we basically sat our starters in Dak didn't really need to play anyway. So they they won 4 games. So they said they got a new coach, and all of a sudden, John Harbaugh is going to get them to the Super Bowl next year. I want y'all thoughts. Kuiper, we'll start with you.
It's not going to be next year, okay? But if I'm going to be honest, he's probably the best head coach in the division right away. I truly think that Sirianni's not that great of a head coach. He has a really hard time keeping discipline on his team and fucking dealing with all these personalities. John Harbaugh's discipline and hard-nosed personality and attitude really is going to resonate with this entire team. I truly think he has the personalities and the personnel right now to make a good impact. They're not going to be a playoff team. I don't think they'll wins, but I love the move, honestly.
Yeah. Now, I agree. I did love the move, but I hated the move because, hey man, I didn't know what Baltimore and what Buffalo was thinking when they let their coaches go. Okay,
Buffalo was stupid.
I just didn't understand. And then when Baltimore literally just said, "Hey, honey," when Baltimore literally just his owner just said, "Yeah, we fired him." Not we parted ways or we was let him walk. He said we fired him. Rue, why did they fire John Harbaugh? Why?
I honestly I don't know. And I figured just change of face, maybe. And it really don't even make sense because they went and hired a defensive coach. It'd be one thing if you went and gotten a young offensive-minded head coach. You went and hired a DC. Mm-hmm. So I don't really understand the move. You are taking a shot with a young guy, in Baltimore now. Obviously, that's can be a tough division at times, but it's really crazy to me, and I really hate the fact that we have to play against a team led by John Harbaugh twice a year. And the fact is that team's got pieces, and those pieces are going to get healthy next year, and they're going to be a better team next year, and they're going to be improved because of what John Harbaugh does with that team. That defense is going to be heavily improved. I guarantee you that you're going to see a change on that side of the ball. And I know all the people in the comments are going to be telling me he's special teams coach. Tell me how Baltimore's defenses have played in years past. The guy knows how to hire the right people. A lot of his guys just got jobs. Look at Todd Monken back in Cleveland, head coach. I'm just saying, man, John Harbaugh is a leader of men. And when you do that, and when you are that, and you're in a new building, I'm just curious how he's going to handle himself in New York, because New York is a different animal, especially when it comes to media. But when it boils down to, man, he's got experience. But I will say there's only a handful of coaches that have multiple Super Bowls with different teams.
Yeah.
Say whatever you want, especially if you talk about next year, like you're acting up. Stop it. You won 4 games last year. I don't want to hear that nonsense. But I'm not saying that there's not potential. I'm not saying that. I'm definitely not saying that. That defensive front, nasty defensive front. Malik Neighbors, good receiver, could be great. Might be even better. I don't know. But if he can stay healthy, that's really what's going to matter there. And Cam Scatterboo, at least for a couple years, bro, I tell you what, I hate playing against him twice a year.
Yeah.
That kid can run. That kid can run. That kid is everything that I thought he was going to be, and I let everybody make myself second guess myself. But damn it, that kid's got real heart, and if he can stay healthy, whew, he's dangerous too. They got some pieces. They got some real pieces on that team, and now the tight end is really escaping my mind because they got a real nice
Theo Johnson.
Yeah, Theo Johnson, nasty tight end. I mean, they fix up that secondary. Could be something. Could be working with. Could be cooking with grease. We don't know. John Harbaugh can change a lot of different things. Could be quicker than we want.
Yeah. So this is why I'm frustrated about it. Because man, the guy can't coach. And now let's give the Giants some sympathy. They did have a lot of their key players hurt last year. They had a lot. Okay. They had a lot of games they lost on the last possession of the game. Okay. They did. But I don't think John Harbaugh is going to get them to the Super Bowl next year, like they kept saying. I was like, that just ain't going to happen. But the reason I did like the hire, because it put pressure on my team. Because the Giants ain't going to be a doormat no more. Where we already chalk it up to the win. We see the Giants on the schedule. Oh, that's a win. We can't do that no more. You can't. So, there's nobody in the East right now we can say, hey, it's an automatic win just because John Harbaugh. That's why I said I like the hire, but I didn't like the hire because all of a sudden it ain't an easy win no more. It's not. So we got to play. So and like I said, the only other one that I was confused about, it was McDermott in Buffalo. I was like, okay, he didn't cause them turnovers. His quarterback did that. You just can't get the ball away in the playoff on the road. You can't do it. You just can't do it. And they gave the ball away, man. They had Denver beat 4 times in that game, bro. They had Denver beat 4 times, and this year. And it was a trip, man. I said I was doing my playoff predictions and everything, and I said this is the easiest road for the Buffalo Bills to get to the Super Bowl this year. Even though they have to go on the road, it's still the easiest road for them to get there. And they go to Denver when it wasn't snow and ice and everything. It was a pretty. I think it was 65 degrees in Denver when they played. And they get the ball away 4 times against that defense, bro. And then they fired their coach, and I was like, I don't think that was a justified firing. 21. What you think about Buffalo switching their coach?
Yeah, with McDermott, that one was so surprising. I think everybody was right, especially just the coaches. I think he's had some wins, and he's, I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't see. The firing, why it came, right? But just ultimately, I think it comes down to players' decision. Like, I feel like the players always kind of have us too, like, just maybe it was something they just wanted to, go another direction or something. But but to me, real quick on the John Harbaugh, I'm with you guys as far as like. Them just becoming better, but I think it's more just becoming better with the coach. I think it's those players we're seeing the job kind of get younger and so I'm with you, big fella. It's not we can't chalk that up as a dub no more. It's more of a question mark now.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed off about it, but it is what it is. All right. So I want to look at this list one more time, Rue, and tell me on the list, Rue, who are you more excited about, or who should we be worried about on this list? Are you muted, Rue?
I think Rue's muted.
My bad. Honestly, man, I know it's the Raiders. But Clint Kubiak feels like he's getting into a really nice spot. Kevin Stefanski in Atlanta is getting into a really nice situation for himself too, in my opinion. And real quick before we skip to this, I got to touch on Sean McDermott and the Bills. Maybe I'm the only one, but I called for that man's job last year. And I wasn't shocked by this one bit. The only thing I disagree with is, number one, does your GM still have a job? You have probably the worst GM in the entire league. They should have been fired in tandem. If I was the owner of that organization, I'm calling both of them in, and I'm like, y'all can go to hell. Because, you might have drafted me Josh Allen. Yeah, you might have banged your hand on the table for Josh Allen. But every decision you have made since that one has done nothing for my damn team. Nothing. There isn't a single move. Von Miller, TJ Watt, drafting the Cookie Monster in the first round, Keon Coleman. There isn't a single move that you have done that is worth a damn. So he need to go too. He need to be gone. Him double down on our GM today. I was just like, oh, so you just dumb. And I'll tell you this, that is eerily similar to the Dallas Cowboys. Because notice who they hired. This dude has been there the whole time.
Yeah.
He is homegrown, baby.
Right.
This is like they just went from the OC, promoted his ass. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, like, that's not what I would have done. I'd have cleaned house. I'd have cleaned house just like Christian Parkson did as soon as he walked into the Cowboys defensive room. All of y'all are fired. Get out of my office. I'd have cleaned house. I don't give a damn. I got Josh Allen. I have figured out the hardest position in football to figure out.
Right.
Everything else I can fix. But I have the hardest position in football figured out. So I need to put somebody. Bro, you need change. That wasn't enough. Firing Sean McDermott and nothing else makes you look dumb. That's why everybody's talking. If you would have clean shot, it'd have been like, all right, they're trying to put some pieces around Josh Allen. And I would have started with the GM, and then it would have been the coach.
Now, this is what get me. This will get me. How Cleveland can be one of the worst teams in the league, and their head coach get a job just like that after being fired. So was it their head coach or was it their front office? The Kuiper, which one is it?
Shit, it was the front office. It was 100% the front office, man. To go, 4 misses in a row at QB, and you expected your head coach to do something with that? Yeah, like, and then your offensive line they didn't give him any offensive linemen. That shit was horrendous. How do you expect? He had consistently one of the best defenses in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
Consistently, year after year, that was one thing you could count on. And you fired him because your offense sucked ass with no QB. I could see why Atlanta really wanted him.
Man, I was like, damn, man, Cleveland coach can get fired, winning 3 or 4 games, and our head coach, they get fired, they don't get hired no more.
Man, I tell you this though, Kevin Stefanski, the way Kevin Stefanski run the ball, he gonna be nice. They're gonna be nice.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna be
they
real
have
nice.
an offensive line.
Well,
They're gonna be nice.
That's what we always complained about with Atlanta. Atlanta got one of the best running backs in the league, and they wouldn't give him the ball. I never understood that, bro. What was that? That Monday night game was a Sunday night. Bijan went crazy, and I was like, dude, this cat is just sitting back there. They'll give him the ball 10, 12 times a game. He should be 25 to 30 a game. You know,
they really had one of the best offensive trios in football, and they treated them like shit.
Well, you know,
and
maybe the Dirty Birds will be coming up next year too.
I got to tell you this though, there was a bunch that I liked. Like I loved Robert Saleh. I love that Robert Saleh is going to be coaching the Titans. I think that defense is going to take a real nice liking to Robert Saleh. But man, the Mike LaFleur hire for our man Kuiper, bro. You look into this cat. He's led some pretty good offenses. And I mean, at the end of the day, I get it. It's the Jets, right? Jets in 21, 22. But he led some pretty good damn offenses for the Rams with a good quarterback. And not to mention, he's in a pretty
– That's the key right there, though, Rue. Rue, that's the key right there. Who going to play quarterback for him?
And that's just it. He's in a nice little spot here. He's in a nice little spot. Because what draft pick do you have this year?
We have number 3, but we ain't picking a QB this year. He'll have his choice, but it won't be from this year.
Okay. So you.
But I'd be curious to know what he ends up doing with. And I want to hear your opinion on him because after what I looked at, it's a pretty exciting hire because it's NFC West, competitive division, first year head coach. You know, he was a quarterback coach, offensive coordinator. So, like, is he going to fix your boy, or is your boy getting booted out of town? And how you feel about him, man?
I love any McVay tree hiring. Anybody from that coaching tree usually does good, especially his offensive coordinators. But at the same time, I've never been a young OC at head coach type of guy. I don't like it. I don't. I want a leader of man, just like a Dan Campbell type of dude.
Okay.
Just to focus on leadership, on making the right decisions, in game preparation, all of that. So that's my one thing. But as far as Kyler Murray, man, the relationship is just over. It's too far gone to repair with an offensive-minded head coach. Too far gone. He needs to be traded, and LaFleur needs to understand he's gonna have 1 year with Jacoby Brissett, and then next year he'll get his choice of quarterback.
Yeah, because that's what I was concerned with. I was just like, okay, I like the head coach hire. I said, but he still got one glaring problem, and that's a quarterback. And you know how hard it is in the NFL, man, to get a quarterback. It's hard, you know. And I don't know what the pinpoint when I see Kyler Murray. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I dislike. You know, does that make sense to y'all?
Yeah.
Tell me one thing you like about Kyler Murray, though, Kuiper.
Oh,
dude, he's so talented. And if you look at really what happened to Kyler Murray, right? He had Cliff Kingsbury. Year 1 with Cliff Kingsbury, we went to the playoffs. Kyler Murray was rookie of the year, had a fucking amazing year. Look at what Cliff Kingsbury did year 1 with the Commanders. Same thing to Jaden Daniels. After that, downhill. Cliff Kingsbury was horrible for his development. Then we dropped down to Drew Petzing, somebody who needs a Jared Goff at quarterback. Never was going to work, and he's a terrible offensive coordinator. Terrible. Mm-hmm. So, to me, Kyler Murray still has never been really given a good shot to show his true skills. Now, McVay's offense, I don't think is the right offense for Kyler Murray either, but I can tell you one thing. He gets somebody who knows how to work with his style of play. Kyler Murray is going to have that Sam Darnold year.
Okay. So when you say Sam Darnold year, so are you basically saying he does need that change of scenery too?
He does. It can't be in Arizona.
Man, I tell you what, I don't know. Man, I agree. Look, Kyler Murray has been a thorn in my side for many years. Okay, from going to Allen High School to playing at Oklahoma, and obviously he's never lost in my building, right? Like that's a real stat.
One second, Rue.
Yeah,
I gotta go, man. All right,
we
gotta go, man. We'll catch up with you soon, okay?
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Go ahead, finish.
Well, I wanted him to hear this mostly, but I'm just saying, like, Kyler Murray can make any throw. I think the biggest problem with Kyler Murray is, man, have you decided if you really want to be an NFL player yet? Like, that's really where I'm at with him. Because he has the skill. The kid's got speed. He's got really good. He's got great arm strength. He can put the ball wherever he wants. The real question is, are you going to play Call of Duty, or are you going to do this football thing? Like that's really right with him, because it's just a question of, he's had a lot of different people in that building, and is this the guy who can fix him? When it comes to running McVay's offense, bro, he can make those throws. He can definitely do that. The beauty of him is he can even move a little bit for you in that offense, which I know and I can for it. So I don't know if his place is going to be in Arizona. He might never pick it up because at the end of the day, if you can either be Ezekiel Elliott or you can be Derrick Henry. It is what it is.
Right.
Yep.
Man, okay. All right. So we talked around the league. Let's talk about some Cowboys. All right. Christian Parker is our new defensive coordinator. He came over from the hated punk ass, trick ass, hoe ass, bitch ass, cheesesteak eating ass, garbage ass, city ass, green booger jersey wearing ass Eagles. I'm sorry, I went a little too far. I'll take it back. I take back the nasty city. No, I'll keep that one in. Anyway, we get a young defensive minded coach who was the secondary coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right. So at first, like Cowboy, who just not into assistant coaches from other teams. First thing I said, who? I was like, but then I saw how old he was, and it changed my mind. And the reason it changed my mind on his age only is because, man, the NFL is constantly evolving, right? And you know how the NFL can be that good old boy system, right? And they retread quarterbacks. Coaches, and it's the best friend network. If you're a friend of mine, hey, I get you a job on my staff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was excited about that, right? I don't know if him and Shotty got any history or not. Do you know, Rue? Do they got any?
I don't.
Okay, I don't know. Did you know 21? Do they got any history? Do you know?
Not that I know now.
All right.
So Shotty been around for a minute.
Yeah. He's been around. So I was excited that it was something fresh, something new. I'm not gonna do him like I did Shotty, because I butchered Shotty, because I was like, as soon as they hired Shotty, I was upset because they didn't make the splash. Okay. But now I see Jerry is actually letting his head coach hire his own people. And that's what I'm excited about. 21, what you think?
I like it. You talked about it. You touched on it earlier about I think I don't know if it was Rue or somebody that talked about where he went in there and pretty much told everybody, look, we're gonna start new. A bunch of the coaches were out. So right away he set the tone. I think about good things. I'll be honest, if I want to say that I never heard who he was or anything, but you see nothing but good praises from him all over, from other coaches to to players. Obviously, Cooper DeJean, I saw, I think, a tweet that he put out, talking about how we got a good one. So those praises are always good, right? And it gives you a little bit of confidence, and like Big Fella said, we're going young, so it does let me know that it's Shotty picking, not Jerry picking, right? So it's a win for us. We'll take it.
Yeah. Rue, what did you think when you heard that we got Christian Parker from the Eagles?
First thing is to reiterate what you said. Shotty hired this man. Shotty was a part of the process. Shotty was a part of the interview. Like, Shotty had a big influence on bringing him in. That's huge for me, number one. Number two, this man fixed the Eagles secondary. Do we remember how bad they were?
They were trash.
They were trash.
Yeah,
they were the air raid. Like, there wasn't a single quarterback they could stop. It was awful. This man turned Cooper DeJean and Quinnen Williams into two of the most feared corners in the game. And I'm telling you right now, I don't have a lot of high praise things to say about Quinnen Williams. Cooper DeJean has definitely come into his own. Quinnen Williams, a lot of that stuff, like the way they try to paint him out to be the next Revis Island, it just doesn't impress me like that. Like, y'all need to stop that nonsense. But what he was able to do with that secondary, and the fact that he just came in here and said, everybody get out. I loved every piece of that, because there was nothing to keep from this defense last year. Just leave it behind where it is last year. Don't bring nothing with you. So I definitely, when it comes to him, from what I understand, he's their Al Harris, right? Because a lot of people clamoring for Al Harris. A lot of people wanted Al Harris. He's their Al Harris. And the fact is, if he can do that to that Eagles secondary, I'd love to see what he can do with what I have right now on defense, considering that they're all back healthy.
Okay, Mike. What's up, Mike? Welcome to the second anniversary show. We just got it. We was talking around the league shit first, but now we on these Cowboys, and nothing better than having Cowboy Corner on the show talking about damn Cowboys. Mike, how you doing, man? It's been a while, man. It's been a couple of weeks. How have you been, Mike?
Yeah, what's going on, you guys? I've been amazing. Congratulations on 2 years of success here on the show. It's always great kicking it with you guys. Shout out to you guys allowing me in your space. It's always a privilege for me to be in your guys' realm. And the vibes are always great, and it's been a fantastic 2 years, and I've been here as a fan and on the show for that amount of time. So to watch y'all grow and be who you guys are and get to know you guys on an individual basis has been a privilege. So I appreciate all you guys and for accepting Cowboys Corner.
Appreciate you, man. So, man, we hadn't got to talk yet, man, about the new hire, Christian Parker, new defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. I already know he's going to be doing better than we did last year. But Mike, how did you feel about the hiring of Christian?
I absolutely love it. It's something different. It's a breath of fresh air, right? And the biggest piece to this, and he's young, and he happens to be black, right? I mean, he's our second black defensive coordinator. This is not a Jerry Jones move at all. It really isn't.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. And I absolutely love it because this is shoddy working to make the Dallas Cowboys better. He's taking this head coaching gig seriously.
Yeah.
You know who was a Jerry Jones hire. Now we get to see what Schottenheimer hires look like.
Right.
And that is big for the Dallas Cowboys and the future of the Dallas Cowboys because he can train Jerry. Can old dogs learn new tricks?
Mike, you came in right what I was saying. That's why I loved it. That's why I loved it because he was young. I didn't even give a damn he's black. That some bitch could have been purple. He was young. He was young, man, because I remember when the Rams hired McVay, right? And everybody like, why'd you hire this young cat? And the Rams hadn't missed a beat, had they? They got his system. He's innovative. They keep going to the playoffs. They should have went to the Super Bowl. They should have beat these damn Seahawks. I got a story about that too. And bro, I always wanted young. I hate the retread. I know a lot of people wanted Al Harris back and all that. I understand because us Cowboy fans, we can get a little loyal sometimes. We get a little too loyal, right? And it's just because the devil we know, right? So that's half our problem. But I'm glad. I'm so glad we got young. Shotty got to hire his man. Okay, and let's run with it. And man, and we're gonna get into a lot of draft content coming up. We are, but right off the bat, I know we got 2 number 1 picks. And I've been listening. I've been really patient about talking about it. I really don't want to get to it now, but I just it's on my brain. I don't want the Cowboys to even think offense in the first round. And the reason why, let me explain. Our biggest deficiency was the defense, and we got an opportunity to get 2 elite players on defense. That's why I say let's go strictly defense in the first round. I'm open up for a suggestion or debate on this. Anybody different of opinion on this?
I got a question. I want you guys to think about it. I know there's a big old debate about trading back, right? But how do you guys feel about that?
No, I want to stay where I am. I want to stay. I want the 2 first round picks. I want 2 first round. I need immediate starters right now on defense. I need them
defense
on defense because look, think about it. All right, only one. I take it back. Only one position on offense that I'd accept, and if it's a tackle, that's the only one.
Okay. All right. Then
The
my
tackle.
argument's out the window because that's where I'm at.
That's it. If we get a top 5 tackle at 20, okay, all right, I'm good. But if he ain't there, nothing but defense. That's how I feel. Go ahead, Rue.
I really, that's kind of where I'm at, man, because I really feel like a tackle needs to be addressed. I understand that we drafted one. I don't know what's gonna I don't know what's gonna happen with the guys that we have. I don't expect Terrence Steele to make it through camp next year, or through March or what have you. When's the cut? Corner knows that better than I do, but tackle. If it's not defense, it's tackle, and I feel like it is something that needs to be addressed because I feel good about the inside. It's just tackle. I feel like it is an eyebrow raiser for the most part, even though we did see a lot of rotation, some depth, but definitely would like to see that the position improved if we do anything other than defense coming up with those first 2 picks.
Corner, how you feel?
I am extremely nervous for them to draft defense.
Okay, tell me why.
It's 2020 to 2025. They drafted 30 players. One committed suicide. So that leaves 29 players. 20 of those players are not on this roster no more. That means 9 players are on this defense right now. They have shown me when it comes to evaluating defensive talent, especially in the first round, they can't do it. And I'm okay with picking at 12. Now, the only tackle that to me is worth that 12th round pick is the tackle from Miami. That's it. That's the only tackle that I would take at 12. Now, if Caleb Down is there, you can't mess that up. If Ruben Bain is there, you can't mess it up, right? But the Cowboys have tendencies, and I'm still going through this draft process, so I don't know who has injury history. I know Jeremiah Love just, hurt his ankle at the Senior Bowl practice on Thursday. That could be a Cowboys move. Oh, my God, we stole a Jeremiah Love because he tore his ankle up, right? And so now, let's say they strike gold at the 12th pick and they get Caleb Downs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have faith that they can do it again at 20. And I don't want to sit at day 2 with my hands on my ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would rather use that pick to get a second and a 3rd round draft pick somehow. Because I'm terrified that the Dallas Cowboys have these 2 draft picks. Because they're going to screw it up. They're going to look at their track record. Will McClay does not know what he's doing.
Mike, you said you were terrified.
Oh, I'm terrified. They're going to screw this up.
But let me ask you this, Michael. Does this change with the new coaching? You got a younger coach staff. You got. I know they still have their draft siders or whatever, but I mean, we talk about drafting defense. Do you think that our new defensive coordinator gonna have a word, or do you think he has an eye for talent? I know you talk about him not having an eye for talent on defense, right? So changing now that our coaching staff is kind of younger and different eyes.
I would agree with you, but Mike McCarthy got ruled out of favor for offensive lineman in exchange for Mozzie Smith. You know who outruled Mike McCarthy on that? Will McClay did. So it terrifies me that we have a young defensive coordinator that might just. I mean, look at Schottenheimer's demeanor in his first draft with the Joneses. He was quiet. Every time the war cam was in there, he was like this, like the good boy that sits in front of the bus.
But Mike, you don't think Tyler Booker was a Schottenheimer pick? And the reason why I said that, because in Schotty's interview, he was talking about toughness and everything, and I remember we said on this show, he pimping his hand. He wants to run the ball.
Yeah,
he wants toughness, right? So I thought Tyler Booker was a Schottenheimer pick. I think Schottenheimer. I think he's in favor with the ownership right now. He got to hire his own head coach. I think Schottenheimer is going to be like, look, man, we need defense. I think we got it here on this side. We need it. You don't think the Joneses are gonna give him some leeway in this draft?
They'll probably give him more leeway, yes, but Will McClay still has the final decision.
I got to tell you, with him coming in, knowing his background, you got to think it's going to be one of the corners or downs if he's there at 12. I mean, that's my assumption. It's going to be some sort of DB at 12. And then at 20, I mean, just take your pick on what you want, but because I mean, if it's not the edge, right? If it's not the edge at 12, knowing how involved this coaching staff is going to be, if you do go corner there, you got to think that he was heavily involved in it. I would assume anyway. If they do, you got to think that he had something to do with it.
Yeah.
That
Well,
Shy or
No, Parker Christian, yeah. Because I mean, you got to assume they brought on young secondary coach,
yeah,
to be the OC, to be the DC. I mean, we said it last year how they were pimping their hand. This could be another one of those things, or I mean, maybe it's at that 20 spot. I don't know, and maybe it's not like obviously then it wouldn't be him, but secondary in this draft, from what I understand, is pretty deep. And I mean, we haven't really dived into it. We're just giving it. I mean, it's just a little taste, but I mean, ultimately, you have a lot of depth at that position coming out this year, and then. I mean, if you're going D end at 12, I'm not really mad either. Because, I mean, it's something that needs to be taken care of, especially after what we saw last season. You're not going to get what you need on a consistent basis from Houston, and it's not going to come from Sam Williams either. So no, go ahead.
No, the reason I was going to say defense, man, because we went out and get a fresh new hot defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
We got to change our whole mindset of how the Cowboys operate, and I hope Jerry has been doing that. So if he's going to do that, he got to change his mindset on how he's going to draft these players and who to draft too. So if he gonna give Shotty leeway in the Christian Parker, the new defense coordinator leeway, hey, get the people. We got the picks now. Remember, we gave one of the most exciting defensive players in the NFL. He's gone. Whatever it is, you love him, you hate him, whatever. He's gone. But we still we noticed it was no replacement. Our corners sucked. All this stuff was a downfall. I think it was a snowfall. Everybody on the defensive ball side played bad. Overshown still wasn't hell. You can tell because he always popped off the screen. He didn't pop at all last year. He's still hurt. I don't care what nobody say. Every damn linebacker on our team absolutely sucked. So only bright spot was Quentin Williams from a trade, but then the trade was 2 weeks too late. So that's why, man, I'm just so focused on the defensive side. I really do. I just think they got to hit. They got to hit. They have to hit.
Can I throw a wrench in it?
Go ahead.
What if they did something like just ridiculous? What if at 12? And I mean, he's too old. I wish I could think of somebody else off the cuff, but what if you just traded high profile DN for your 12th pick? They do the Max Crosby thing, or they go after another high profile DN on a contract year or what have you.
It's only
they
one.
screw it up.
It's only one.
They screw it up.
Fine. You're terribly order.
Jerry would call himself and say, "Is Mingo available?" and send the Cowboys 12th round pick.
He'll trade himself for Mingo, huh?
Oh no!
Trade Mingo back to himself.
I mean, the thing is, I get it, right? I get it, but they haven't. Would you say as of right now? Obviously, it's early. Would you say the Quentin Williams trade is a miss?
I don't think it's.
Or do you see?
Well,
future?
Here's how I can't answer that until I know what our record is next year.
I'd say, tell me this. Going into this year, knowing that you have 2 first-round picks, the second-round pick, compared to what we were going into at the start of 2025, you think you're going to feel better about this one or compared to how you felt about the last one, or do you think you were better off last year? Because honestly, as we sit here today, I feel like he made the right decision. And I feel like all these moves are going to come to fruition, and you're finally going to get these guys back healthy, full off season, and you're poised for it. Like the Eagles are going to fall apart. It's just it's only a matter of time. They can't even they literally had to pull some guy out of the dumpster to come work for them. It was ridiculous. And then I'm just saying, for me, looking at the pieces at a core compared to what I started with in 25, I feel much better going forward than I did starting last year.
I would say it's hard for me to grade that Quentin Williams trap pick because the Jets will get the lower of the pick. So if we win 2 games and the Packers win 1 game, they get the Packers pick. Vice versa, they get our pick, right? So whoever the lowest pick is, that's what happens. Now, if the Cowboys pick is a high pick, yes, we won the trade because it worked, right? But if the Cowboys pick is top 3, I'm gonna be punching the air because we could go be getting Archie Manning and can this old bastard of a quarterback, right? So it all depends.
I'm not going to allow him to keep talking about me.
It all depends on how it plays out because you gave up Quentin Williams, but to what extent did you give up a top 3 quarterback in the next year's draft?
We're not going to turn this into a Dak Baskin show.
I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm looking for the future. I'm looking towards the future.
We're not going to do that. Okay, we're going to celebrate our 2 years together. We're going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya together.
We should talk about that though too. Let's talk about Sean Mannion, coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. This man, Sean Mannion, he was the quarterback coach for Green Bay last year. That's a wild hire. That's a wild hire for OC.
I'm going to hold my tongue because when they hired Sirianni, I was like, who? The special teams coordinator from the Patriots? And he has 2 Super Bowl appearances and a Super Bowl ring. So I'm just going to bite my tongue till I see it.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's true. That's fair too. That's true. Well, look, I wanted to tell y'all something real quick. Now, y'all know I'm up in Seattle, right? Seattle is going to the Super Bowl, right?
Oh, it's popping up there right now.
Going to the Super Bowl. All right. Tell me, in y'all words, if the Dallas Cowboys was going to the Super Bowl, what would the city, matter of fact, the state of Texas be like?
It'd be going crazy.
It'd be nuts.
It'd be nuts, right?
You see jerseys everywhere.
Everywhere, right? Okay.
It'd be banners, streamers, all kinds of nonsense. The ball would be a different Dallas Stars logo spinning every day.
Every day, right? So when they made it to, now they got a thing here is fireworks is legal here in Seattle. So when they won the NFC Championship game, you know, they fired a few fireworks, you know, in the neighborhood. It was funny to me. I was like, all right, cool. So the next couple of days, I was like, man, I'm gonna see Seahawk gear everywhere. I mean, it's gonna be Seahawk everywhere, right? So me and the kids go to the grocery store. Grocery store packed. I seen one dude with a Seahawk jersey on, one dude with a Seahawk hat on. Okay. We leave. This is the grocery store. Just imagine the grocery store in Texas. Okay. If the Cowboys was going to the Super Bowl. All right. So then my granddaughter had an assembly, right? I know how kids dress. They dress like their parents. Go to an elementary school anywhere in Texas and the Cowboys is losing. They got on Cowboy jerseys everywhere, right? Get to the assembly. It was 2 kids that had on Seahawk jerseys. And I looked at my wife. I said, honey, if this was Texas, everybody in here would have on blue or white. Cowboy gear everywhere you turn. And I was just like, the city, you would think this city would be hopping, right?
Yeah.
Dude, it is the most boring. If I didn't live here and just came in, you would never know the Seahawks going to the Super Bowl unless you watch the news.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's wild. That's wild. I mean, that's crazy. It's too cold to care, I guess.
I follow a few. I follow a few of the Seahawks content creators. Shout out to Hawks and shit, Green Hawk. But follow a few of them, and they did the little Seattle Seahawks send off. It wasn't too packed. I was like, okay, is there more people? Or is that bad angle or what?
Bro, it's like they ain't even playing Sunday, bro. I was just like, it is no way in hell.
I mean, I can maybe understand the week before, but the week of the Super Bowl, like,
Bro.
nobody's hype. That's
Bro,
crazy.
It's simple. They know what it's like to be there.
Wait, man, don't give me that. Don't give me that.
They were there. 06, 14, 15, 2026. They know what it's like to be. They know what success is like.
they won one Super Bowl.
It don't matter, but they've been there. They know what it's like.
Oh,
We Texas would burn down for all the damn barbecues we'll have in that dry ass state because we don't know how to act.
We don't. Yep.
Say, man, first of all,
Yo.
it was funny to me. It was hilarious to me. I was just like, man, it is no way in hell. If we're used to it or if they used to it or not, I don't buy that shit corner. I don't buy that at all. You know, used to it is going there. If I'm a Patriots fan, okay, they used to it. The Seahawks ain't used to it.
They got success.
I tell you what, though, Chris, maybe it could just be a Texas thing, though, too. Because, like, who rep they state more than Texans rep they state? Like, really?
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody else reps their own state in that, like, with everything.
We have our own pillows.
I'm just saying, man. Like, Texas is a different demon when it comes to stuff like that.
We have our own house shoes.
That might be a part of it. Could be.
We decorate our living room Texas themed to remind us where we are.
Yeah,
right. I mean, he's not wrong.
It's kind of like a guy from Texas moving to a blue house and put a cowboy flag out in the middle of that motherfucker in the middle of Seattle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was me. And then some bitch is still out there till you drive in front of my house. Hell yeah. My life, goddammit. Chop, what is going on, Chop? Straight man, back good? From the Senior Bowl. What's up, baby?
Yo, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Big Chop, man.
Hey, man, everything's good, man. Everything was good. Yeah, man, I didn't even know you was up, man. I just happened to scroll through, and I'm like, oh, snap.
Yeah, I got the link an hour late, but I'm here.
Say, man, first of all, calm down. All right.
He said, relax.
Relax. You know, if we didn't want your ass here, you wouldn't get a link, right? So don't start that backhand stabbing shit. Okay, we're not gonna do that. 21. You see, he trying to snap me from the back and shit. Like I got an hour late.
They got an hour late.
Hey,
I did.
Hey, but didn't he get it though? he got somebody. Hey, you got it at the same time Chop got his. All right. So,
hey, what was that Senior Bowl at?
It was in Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I saw your YouTube, your scouting reports on the seniors there, and it sounded to me that the seniors was out there putting in work. They was putting in work out there doing their thing, you know, because now these are job interviews for them right now, you know. So give me one or two, man, that stood out for you, man.
Hey, man, that kid, that DL. Hold on, let me get this thing. That D lineman from Florida. Yo, what was his name? Saleh Baines, Caleb Baines. 6'6", 335 pounds. Yo, that dude. Hey, the guy. I don't know if they had the right offense, huh?
Ruben Bain.
Ruben from Florida.
Yep.
Okay. I thought it was Celeb Baines, but okay. Hey man, I don't know if they had the right offensive lineman out there or whatever, but he could not be stopped. He was a freaking load. He was a load. And it was another kid out there, Tim Keenan from Alabama, 6'2", 320, and I put it on my show. This guy played bigger than what his height size was. They couldn't move him. I mean, they just couldn't move him. But those two guys was definitely stood out. They'll be in the late first round, I think. Well, Banks will. Banks will. No, Cowboy. I don't mean Banks. Banks. Saleh Banks. Not Ruben Banks from Miami. I'm talking about Saleh Banks from Florida. Check him out, 6'6". He's a big he that dude. He's a D lineman. I mean, he's a one tech. If he's there at 12, it'd be hard to pass up on that dude. That dude is a load. And I know we kind of solidified that line, but he was a load. I went out there looking for, the cornerbacks, linebackers, and the edges. That's who I kind of wanted to see. But this guy was just showing up everywhere, man. I mean, they had a few cornerbacks out there that was pretty much represented. I was out there, ran into Foots the King out there, and Zach and Chris. So I kind of hung out with them a little bit. But hey, man, they got some corners in the draft now.
Yeah, because that's one thing I do like about the Senior Bowl. And I actually like drafting seniors. Because seniors to me, they ready to roll right away. They didn't spend 4-5 years in college. They grown men now. They ain't got that kid mentality, right? That's why I say, man, them seniors, these job interviews, because hell, they may not play another down of football after the Senior Bowl. You know what I mean? So they got to go to that real world. They got to punch them clocks like we do. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, I'm excited about the draft coming up and everything, man. So like I said, the next shows, man, we're going to get into them really deep and everything like that. But man, let me tell you, man, Chop, this is actually you joined us, man, in the middle of beginning of the season, last football season, and this is our second year at the Cowboy Up podcast, and I started the story, Chop, how we started the game right after our first show was right after the loss to Green Bay. That was our first show. And the reason we had started the show, Chop, because we think, man, we about to have this long playoff run. We're going to have a lot of good things to talk about, Chop.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it was like the Pac-Man game when they catch you. But we fought through it, man. We hey, it's always Cowboy stuff to talk about. So
always.
we fought through it, man. And we just appreciate the people who followed us over from the old show, the Cowboy Huddle. Shout out to G, the #1 Cowboy fan, Hampton. Shout out to him.
I gotta get with him too. I gotta get with G, man.
So we just started doing our own thing, man. And thanks to Deuces, because if it wasn't for Deuces, we wouldn't have a show. and the guys know what I'm talking about. so man, look, man, we just wanted to do our own thing, and it's been fun. And what's so bad, man? Just like all of us, how we all met social media. Every last one of us here. We met on social media because we had one common thing. We love the Cowboys, right? And my whole thing is real dudes know real dudes, right? They you know who fake, who phony, you know how to know. You can feel it in your bones, right? So and I try to treat everybody the same. I was just like, I want you to know, man, that we friends, we're gonna be friends for life, And my mother used to say this all the time. She said, Chris, you sure can't bring home a stray dog. I said, Mom, what are you talking about? She said, boy, you make friends anywhere.
Yeah.
She said, you've been doing that since you was a kid, man. You can make friends anywhere. I was like, hey, I can't help the people love me, girl. Shout out to moms too, man. Shout out to moms. She be coming up to Seattle soon. Hey, any story, 21, man, that that you remember for the last 2 years, man, did you still think about here at the Cowboy Up podcast?
Hey man, just, having Brock on there was one of the big highlights. Obviously, we were able to get an active player at the time. Well, he's still an active player. So shout out to Brock. Hopefully, we can get him back, man, and hopefully we can get some more people on here, man.
Yeah, he had tuned in on the stream on TikTok earlier. I saw his name pop up, so he snuck in on the show a little bit, man. Shout out to Brock Hoffman, Mr. 6'7". Hey,
8'9".
Hey, 21. Rue, any special things, man, in the last 2 years, man? You want to recap?
Damn, man. I mean, there's some personal stuff for sure. I mean, going to the Michigan game with you was a pretty big highlight for me. I know that's not really part of the show, but being able to do that, meeting through social media like this and experiencing a game like that was cool. So, that's definitely something I'll never forget. And then, man, obviously having Brock on here, that was huge. That was a pretty big day. That's just the big fella putting in work, bro. And shout out to you for always doing that, man, because that's definitely one of them things like that doesn't happen without you. So that was huge.
He follows all of us too.
Yeah, he does. And that's the other thing, man. Brock Hoffman is cool as a fan. I don't care where Brock Hoffman goes. I don't care if he's a Cowboy for life or if he ends up somewhere else. Brock, I will always be a fan of Brock freaking Hoffman, man. That dude is a cool ass dude.
Just for showing us love, man. Because
he didn't have to do all that. Yeah, he didn't have to do that at all. He didn't have to do none of that. And the fact that he was cool about it was always pretty chill. And yeah, man. I mean, just really the connections, bro. I mean, with all of you. I think that's the biggest takeaway from this that for me that I get out of it is the connection that we all have in this and just together and that's what's really dope about doing shit like this.
Now, FYI, man, 21 will be making his first venture up to the big house this season, man. The University of Texas El Paso is gonna stroll their little sexy ass to Ann Arbor.
Hey, man, you know what happened last time Texas came up to Ann Arbor? Yeah, buddy.
That was a different Texas team, man.
Hey, you never know. You never know. We might witness Appalachian State 2.0.
That's not gonna happen. The miners will not. So we try to make this a show trip. So anybody want to slide up to Ann Arbor on the September 19th, man, y'all come on up there with us. We're gonna party like it's 1999. But anyway, now, and dude, it's funny. I was following Chop. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the quick story how I met Chop. Okay. We from the same goddamn city. Didn't even know. We don't even know each other, right? So wow. I was going through. I was like, man, I'm liking this content, Mr. Point Man. All right, man. He sound like he from the South, blah blah blah. I showed him a message. Hey, man, let her have you come on sometime. Chop don't even return my damn message. I'm like, God damn, Chop ain't gonna return my message. Okay, cool. Hit him again. He laughing because he knows it's true. I hit him again. Hey, man, shit, man, love your content, dog. Come on the show sometime, right? We get to talking. I said, bro, where you from, man? He said, I live in Atlanta, but I'm from Fort Worth. I said, you from the Funk? He like, yeah. He said, you from the Funk? I said, man, stop sixing this jump, player. And next thing you know, we got the literally chopping it up. He from the Funk too, man. Two fucking town boys, doing this content creating, in on this interweb and everything, man. It's funny how big the world is and then how small it is too. We literally from the same place, literally. A few years apart, probably ran in the same damn circles, but we meet on the internet.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's crazy.
We meet on the internet, bro.
We talking about less than 3 miles.
Less than 3 miles.
They mean by small world, man.
Small, man. Know some of the same people.
Yes. So, and then let me tell you how we met Cowboy Corner. Let me tell you how I met Cowboy Corner. All right. I was never the YouTube guy. I never was. And until we got on Gary's show, I was never the YouTube guy. And then I started scrolling YouTube and everything, and ran across Cowboy Corner. And I was like, this dude crazy as shit. I was like, but he funny. I was like, he was funny, right? And I caught one of his shows, one of the Talking Crazy shows. No, it wasn't Talking Crazy yet. You were, was it the Frisco? No, the other show before the Frisco Report you was on, Mike. What show was that? What's the name of that show?
You got to go way back in the memory bank.
I thought it was called something else, Mike. What was your first show called?
Mm-hmm.
He been on so many. Anyway, I saw him. I say, that dude crazy. I said, I like Mike, and let me tell you why I fell in love with Mike. Mike is a Cowboy fan, but he's not a Cowboy fan, but he's a Cowboy fan.
Whoa.
Let me explain. He is the harshest critic of the Cowboys I ever met, but he loves it, man. If you ever watch his simulcast of the game, he is so excited. He's excited. He cheers. He loves them, but don't let him fuck up. Mike will rip them apart like he don't even know them. And I was just like, that's why I love it. He'll come on this show. Mike, his whole thinking of the Cowboy, the way he thinks about the Cowboys is totally different the way I think, the way 21 thinks, the way Chop thinks, the way Ruth thinks. And I think that's why when we created the show, I always wanted the barbershop format just because we can disagree to agree. You know what I mean? Cowboy Corner, this like the play of our quarterback. I love the play of our quarterback. Okay. But we still want the same goal. We want the fucking Cowboys to win. You know? So, just the way we come to it is different. So, man, this just, for those who's watching on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, all that, this is just, how we became friends. We became.
He didn't froze up on him.
He talks about Cowboys Corner and his internet don't know what to do.
He done broke the internet about Cowboy Corner.
That's a lot of power in there, a lot of energy in there.
Man. But it's been a crazy ride with the fella, man. When I got to meet him on a personal level, it was for a Cowboys game. And dude invited to his house, and ever since then it's been his, man. I mean, the big fella. I've been out to us in Seattle, so it's pretty nice out there.
But, man, I gotta make that trip up north, man. Because I got a couple buddies up there, man. I got a friend of mine that has a bunch of family up there. He always tells me, bro, you got to go up there, bro. We can go elk hunting and all kinds of nonsense. I'm like, bro, that'd be dope.
Bro, and then
I'm gonna be able to go.
And they play next year. They play in Seattle. So
and it's a dope ass place. I saw them pictures too. I mean, the lake and all the other stuff that's out there, man. Seattle seems dope as hell. West Coast is so different, though, man.
West Coast. They're rude over there.
They're rude over there.
They're rude as shit over there.
That's northeast.
Shit. I went to Orange County, and every single one of them talked like they were mad at me. I don't even know them. One of the cashiers, you gonna buy this? Well, I didn't set it up there for you to look at it. Ring that shit up.
Ring that shit up.
Corner not lying. I've been out there. My son was out there in Fort Lewis in the Army, and I went out there. I'm like, dang, these jokers
what did I do?
Yeah. Like they hate that you came over there.
Right.
Like, why are you here?
Mad you're here.
Like,
yeah.
I told my son, I'm like, dude, and I've been out there twice. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to come back out here. They on something else. I thought it was supposed to be different the way he was talking, but
yeah.
No,
they're
the food ain't that good either. The food is horrible.
No, it really. Well, it depends on where you go. Orange County had some really good food. They had some good food in Lake Forest and Corona, Riverside.
Hey, look,
they had good food over there.
I'm gonna give myself away, bro. That's some of the best Persian food on this side of the map. I'm telling you that right now. They got
I love you, Rube, but
fish, right?
they got some killer ass Persian food. And before you say anything, I don't know what you mean by Persian food or if you've ever tried Persian food, but it's basically just steak and rice and beans and shit. Like it's not.
Oh,
it's,
Mongolian? I used to Mongolian.
No, not Mongolian food. I mean, bro, oh shit. Give me some kubi there, some rice, some tomatoes. I'm
You said Kubiak, like the coach of the Denver?
It's like a ground beef skewer that they cook over an open fire. It's got like
Persian
onions
food
and peppers and shit in it. It's fucking delicious. It's not Indian food now. It's not that stupid shit you done seen. It's some other shit you haven't tried yet.
It's all that street stuff they cooking up with they feet.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you right now, it's just delicious.
Hey, I checked all my packages and make sure it wasn't assembled in India.
Check all your packages.
TikTok made me look at food totally different.
For sure.
I might try some Persian food. Look at that.
Yeah,
He said he got a dog on the stick.
Yeah. But all I know, but like
Maybe
I said,
not.
I'm gonna give
Maybe
myself
not.
away with that. But there's you got some Persian food out there that's really damn good, and not every kubi there is the same. I'm telling you that right now.
What are you calling it?
Kubi there.
How you spell it?
Koobideh.
That's not on here.
Wow.
Oh, Iranian is Persian?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, man, now look. Hey, I don't know how I got
I'm not
over
gonna
there.
say you're gonna like all of it, but there's definitely some shit that you would eat. Don't give me that shit.
But I don't know how I got on the on this. My TikTok For You page is crazy as hell.
Yeah, let me give a big shout out to St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE. Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him?
The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Yeah, what's up to them, man? Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. I'm excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I see it.
Hey man, hey,
All these videos, dancing.
hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. You know, hey man,
Players fucked up.
hey, yeah,
Players
player.
fucked up sometimes.
Yeah, in this first day of pads. Say man, you know, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
Tomorrow tells the truth. Today was the but tomorrow tells the truth.
this is tell you about